Are you a small business looking for funding to grow or expand your business? Have you been denied from the bank? If so, don't worry, you are certainly not alone. In this video, we will be discussing the 3 main reasons why banks are not lending to small businesses, and why you need to explore alternative business funding options. Especially, if you are looking to take your business to the next level. But before we dive in, I'd like to ask if you could please like, comment, subscribe and share this video if you get any value from it. It helps support our channel so we can continue to put out content just like this. We really do appreciate your support. Okay, let's get started. So, if you are a little older, you may recall that back in the day, getting a loan for your business used to be pretty straightforward. There was not much to think about. You really only had one funding source, which was your local bank. It was a no-brainer. Basically, you would just head over to your community bank, talk to your banker, and hope for the best. If you got denied, that was it. There was no other way for you to get business funding. Period. Luckily, those days are long gone. Nowadays, there are a variety of alternative business lending programs that can help you get funding for your business, especially when the banks turn you down. However, the problem is that many businesses are not even aware that these other programs exist. This is unfortunate because the majority of small businesses that are looking for funding are actually missing out on a massive opportunity to grow and scale their businesses. All because the banks have told them no, and they don't realize they have other options. In fact, did you know that over 80% of small businesses get denied a traditional bank loan, and the majority of businesses stop looking for funding at that point, simply because they are unaware of other creative funding options? We'll get more into what these other financing options are in just a moment, so stay tuned because you don't want to miss out. So, why is bank lending to small businesses declining? Since the start of the economic downturn, the number of business bank loans going to small and medium-sized businesses has declined by over 20%. And it just continues to drop. Let's go over the 3 main reasons why that is. 1. A downturn in local banking. Traditionally, small businesses have had a better chance of getting loans from their local bank than through the big banks. In fact, small businesses are 3 times more likely to be approved by their local banks than megabanks. Unfortunately, the number of local banks has been in decline since the 80s. With fewer local banks, this ultimately means that small businesses will have a much harder time getting a bank loan. Next reason. 2. Small loans mean less profit for banks. Generally speaking, small business owners are looking for smaller loan amounts. In fact, statistics show that about 80% of small businesses are looking for loans under $500,000. This poses a problem because it simply doesn't make financial sense for banks to offer these smaller loans. The reason is, it costs just as much for a bank to underwrite a $1 million loan as it does for one of $100,000. You have to remember that banks are a business too, and like any business, they are always going to focus on their bottom line. And unfortunately, these days the banks can make way more money by focusing on larger loans than on smaller loans. 3. More regulations. The last reason banks are not lending to small businesses as much anymore is due to increased federal regulations. This has resulted in banks being more conservative about the amount of risk in their investment portfolio. You see, small businesses inherently represent more risk than large corporations, making banks even more hesitant to lend to them. When you look at these 3 reasons as to why banks have stopped lending money to small businesses, it does make financial sense for the banks. However, we understand just how frustrating this can be if you are a business owner that's been rejected by the bank. That's why in today's day and age, small business owners need to be aware that there are more funding options than just trying to get a loan from a traditional bank. This brings us to going beyond bank loans. So, what else is there besides bank lending? Well, it's time to discover and explore your alternative funding options. Alternative business lenders do not have physical locations like traditional banks. Instead, the entire process is all easily done online. In recent years, alternative lenders have emerged to assist borrowers who can't get money from their banks. Given the decrease in bank lending to small businesses, the alternative financing business has been growing rapidly as more business owners discover the benefits of alternative business funding. Alternative lenders include some of the most well-known companies in the lending space, as well as hundreds of other lesser-known online lenders. These alternative lenders offer term loans, line of credit, invoice financing, short-term loans, equipment financing, merchant cash advances and more. At First Choice Business Capital, we have simplified the alternative lending process for you by partnering with over 75 plus alternative online lenders, including most of the reputable lenders in the industry. This way, you can simply apply in one place and we will match you with the best alternative lender in the marketplace, in order to get you the best possible offer that you qualify for. Please do not hesitate to contact us to learn more about how we can help you get funding for your business. Call us at 877-235-0672 or visit us at firstchoicebusinesscapital.com.